Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. Mic check, mic check. Y'all know what it is, man. Give y'all what y'all been wanting for the last few days. I done got a lot of requests. Do a conscious blog, get a conscious blog, get the conscious blog. So what we're going to try to do is at least get one conscious blog in once a week. Give y'all some positivity. Let's do the disclaimer. This live stream is for educational and research purposes only. Everything from this point on is allegedly and just rumors and speculation of social media and just my opinion with no malicious intent intended. What up, everybody? What up? What up? Moderators. Do we have any moderators over here? Demond, this is a conscious blog. All trolls will be blocked. Now, if they disagreeing on this something I'm saying, that's one thing. But if they ain't here talking all crazy, that don't got nothing to do with this or anything, automatic block. We're not doing timeouts. We're doing automatic blocks. Tony, y'all, let me explain to you what we got going on. So we're not doing timeouts. This is what I'm saying. This is the type of blog for grown people. All trolls, automatic block. Like if they disagreeing, you know what I'm saying, one thing to dispute something, but if they over saying something that don't got nothing to do with the blog, mentioning anybody blogger name, anything of the sort, automatic block. Automatic. Y'all got the green light. Automatic block. Also, I would like to ask people to donate. You know what I'm saying? Support these type of lives. If you're gonna recommend these type of lives, definitely support them, man. Support the lives, support the movement. Get your donation on. So we gonna, cause this live ain't gonna be that long though. But so the title says, "So as above, so below." Uh, well, first of all, let's get to this. And we are in the last life cycle. Is what people don't understand. We're in the last life cycle. And see, what you're not being told, what's not being told to the people. Damn. Give me one second. Mic check, mic check. I guess we can let a couple people get over here, man. We can let a couple of y'all get over here. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Yeah, I'm over here trying to hop down on something nice in a little Range Rover. Let me finish. Go ahead and talk. Finish holding this conversation. All right, there we go. We good. Yeah, I got something in a little 20 something Range Rover. It's like a 22, 23. It's got on something nice. Let's get back to what we doing. These are my rules for the trolls. We're not playing no games. Absolutely not. Well, now if they just come over disputing or talking regular or something, that's different. Any other blogger names or anything, automatic block. Green light, automatic block. No timeouts, block. All right, let's get this going, man. So I've been getting a lot of requests. People come over and ask about these, but I would appreciate if y'all donate. Also, if you donate, make sure you check your cash out, because this is not my cash out. You know what I'm saying? My cash out, I'm not even gonna use it till like Friday or Saturday, man. It's maxed out. I'm done with it, man. You can't even get $200 on there. Every time it hits $200 or $300, they it's over with. So it's like I don't know what type of cash out it is. It just don't, I don't know. So y'all, I want everybody to know that we are on our last life cycle, and what people don't understand is, that's why they are doing all this entertainment. Damn, hold on, y'all. I got one more thing. I can't even get my ride out. There's all type of something nice going on around here. Hold on. Oh no, that's false alarm. False alarm. I got up on that close. No, sir. I couldn't see on the other side of the gas pump that good. All right, so yeah, false alarm. Yeah, we're on our last life cycle for the people that don't know. So the thing is, what you don't understand is, if you get it right, you know what I'm saying? Because the 100 years, the whatever years is gonna be up. So the thing is, if you get it right, you get to leave this realm and go to another dimension. You get to extend to. If you don't get it right, this go round right here, this is the last one. You know what I'm saying? This will determine this life we are living now, which is the last generation. Like this life right here, this life we in now will determine when you leave this life, it will determine whether you're coming back here and redo this whole thing over again, or will you go to another? Will you extend to another what's name? Another dimension, dog. Know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of people don't understand. That's what it's about. Know what I'm saying? That's why they say it's an awakening and all this great awakening and all that. Know what I'm saying? People don't understand like that's so above, I mean, so above as below stuff, as above, so below, however they say it. As above means whatever goes on in your mind goes on, and as below means whatever goes on in your as I don't know how they say it. How do they say that? So as above, so below. I guess that's how I say it. So basically, what they mean is whatever goes on in your mind is what goes on in your body. You know what I'm saying? And whatever goes on in your body and your mind, which is your universe, is how you depict on what goes on out here with you. That's why they call this stuff called manifestation. That's why they say you can manifest things. There's no such thing as manifesting. There's no such thing as prediction or none of that. You focus and you apply yourself to that and you will achieve. That's what people don't understand. You have a universe inside of you. That's what people don't understand. A universe is inside of you. I don't know if it's the brain or if it's the heart. I don't know which one it is. And that's what people don't understand, dog. You have to gain. See, this is the problem. What people don't understand, before you can extend, you have to gain full control of your body out here. Or no, I'm saying, you have to master yourself before you can master anything else. Know what I'm saying? Like people might look at like, oh, he don't smoke, he don't drink, he don't eat meat. That's because I'm mastering myself. I'm mastering myself, and my body is going to go back to its original Western name. Know what I'm saying? Because if if you clean yourself on the inside, know what I'm saying, whatever goes on with your soul is attached to your body. So if you have a dirty body, you have a dirty soul. You don't never see how like when you hit a lick and get some money, you be happy, your soul happy. Yeah, your body is a reflection of your soul and everything. Also, a lot of people they don't understand how the body works. Know what I'm saying, we weren't supposed to be put here. You're blocked. I hope y'all got my message. All trolls are automatic 100% blocked. Anything out the way, block. I don't even want to read it. Automatically block it. Y'all got the green light, block it. So that's what a lot of people don't understand, man. You have to master your body, dog. And I believe that's why we was not put on this earth to eat uh things that's not alive. You know what I'm saying? They done had a whole accident right here. We want to put on this earth to eat things that's not alive, dog. Y'all don't even understand that. Why you think they say you're supposed to eat from the tree of life? Our body was not made to break down animals and all this other stuff y'all eating. Our body wasn't made to break that down. Our body was not made to break down animals and fish We ain't supposed to be eating none of that stuff, dog. God put the tree, know what I'm saying, for us to eat off the tree. Just like the Adam and Eve thing. Everybody know that was fake. Ain't no such thing as an Adam and Eve. Everybody know ain't no such thing as no Adam and Eve, man. Because the problem is, if Adam and Eve didn't know right from wrong, and they bit off the apple from the tree of knowledge, why would they get punished for something if they was never taught right from wrong? You can't be punished for something that you're not aware of. It'll be considered as an accident. So everybody know it wasn't no Adam and no Eve, man. And it still doesn't even make sense for it to be Adam and Eve. So if it's just two people in this world when it started off, how do we get white people, black people, Chinese people, African people, Asian people? How do we get all these different races? If the world started off with two people, how did we get different races? That means everybody related, everybody. No, that's false. That's false. How two people start off 20 different races? That don't even sound right. That's false. And that's why I try to get people to understand that everybody don't have a soul. A lot of stuff on this planet just got life. It don't have a soul. Animals, uh, I'm not sure about animals if they got life or a soul. But I know for as us, we have a soul. Everybody don't have a soul down here. Some people just have life. This planet has been overran by aliens and reptilians, is what y'all don't understand. Anything that the sun up in the sky, anything that the sun try to harm is an alien to the planet. If you're not recognized by the sun, you're not recognized by God. And I don't even do religion. I don't do religion because the world shows you that the only way to get her is through a woman. So how's man the creator, but everything has to be created through the woman? Everything has to be birthed through a female, regardless of what it is. It has to come out of a female. There's no saying there's a goddess. So what happened was the woman was took out the Bible. That's why the Bible say the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Okay, where is the mother once again? Where is the mother? And what happened was the woman biggest mistake, man. See, that's what y'all don't understand. Man, we got cursed because man conquered woman. That's what happened, dog. Woman is really the king, the queen, and the rulers of the planet, dog. Man conquered woman, and then all the outside people conquered us. We want to put her to run the earth. We would put her to protect the earth. The women had us to protect the earth and them. We supposed to protect the woman, the black woman, and the planet. But what we did, we turned around and we stronger than them. And we got cursed because the first thing the black man did was enslave the black woman. That was the first sign of slavery. We took over the black woman. They're not supposed to be a king. They're supposed to be a queen. Woman rules everything, dog. Okay, so you said that that's false. They were aware. God gave them a warning. How did God give them a warning? Make it make sense. Who told you this? You believe like this, and this is what kills me about y'all. There is no evidence in this world that God gave Adam and Eve a warning not to bite the apple. You really believe that? You do know that what they're talking about is Adam and Eve had physical sex. That was the forbidden fruit. They was not supposed to have physical sex. Women were asexual and they got pregnant automatically. That's why a woman have a period every month. Because the women got pregnant automatically. Women are asexual. But they think they going through a menstrual cycle and they every month they are actually having a miscarriage. That is a miscarriage that a woman have every month. That's not no menstrual cycle. Everything with the woman aligns up with the moon. Just like there's no such thing as time. There's no such thing as time today or tomorrow. There's no such thing. You want to know why? Because it's light over here and it's dark over in China. You can hop in a jet right now and fly over to China in the dark and then turn around and come back over here in the same day. That means you time travel, huh? Time does not exist. That's what y'all don't understand, dog. There is no time. There's just day and night. That's it. There is no days and no time and none of that. It's just day and night, dog. And that's what people don't understand, man. Uh, yeah, people don't understand that. And that's the sad part about it. Women were asexual. Why you think they said Jesus was the only one born? Well, they say he was the only one born on record. He was the only one. And in reality, Jesus was the last person on record to be born. You do know when you die, you get absorbed back up into a tree. You do know that the tree, that's why they call it the tree of life, your family tree. You do know that, look, you do know that to come in this world, the first thing you do is what? You inhale, take a breath of life. When you leave, you what? You exhale. A baby come out, the first thing you do is inhale, breath of life. When you leave, exhale. You're born as an O2. You leave as a CO2. And you go back up into the atmosphere until the trees absorb you and shoot you back out as oxygen, which the woman and the man breathe in, and that determines the sex of the baby and stuff, or which woman you get pregnant by. That's what y'all don't understand. Yeah, that's what they don't understand. You, when you die, you go back into a tree, the tree outside your house. That same tree that breathe in carbs and let out oxygen. If there were no trees on the earth, we would run out of oxygen. The trees are the lungs of the earth. You didn't know that? The trees are the lungs, well, of the moon, because we don't live on the planet. The moon up in the sky is actually the planet. And they put it in your face. If you go watch the movies called The 100s, we live on the atmosphere, we live on the moon. Planets don't have an atmosphere, only the moon do. That's what people don't understand. This is a female, the planet is female. If you look up in the sky, the woman's cycle is the same as the planet up in the sky, a woman's cycle. This is a female planet. But they don't understand that though. It runs deeper than what they tell you. Um, Bozo, you're blocked. We'll holler at you. Moderators, I want you guys on 100% block mode. They come in and say anything, I want them out here fast. They get it up. As fast as you can block them, I'll take it. Yeah, we're going to walk them right up out of here. Their opinion doesn't matter over here. That's the problem. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. You're not over here to complain. You're over here to learn. If you don't want to learn, go on about your business. Learn the difference. So let's finish going, man. So she said, if you look at the tree, it actually look like the woman. I mean, a lawn. Also, if you look at the tree, it actually go look at a leaf. Go get a leaf off a tree and put it on the palm of your hand. It look just like it. We are tree beings. We come from the trees. We come from the trees. That's what people don't understand. Go get a leaf outside. Let me see if I got a leaf in my backyard off a tree. Go get a leaf off a tree and put it on the palm of your hand. It look just like the inside of the palm of your hand. We're nothing but carbon copies off of the tree. From a tree you came, to a tree you shall return. That's why back in the days, when they did the lynching, they put people on trees because they knew the truth. Because they knew the truth. That's why people were on trees. That brown you see in the tree is the same color as your skin. A tree has melanin in it. I hope you know that, don't you? A tree has melanin in it. Let me see if I got a leaf on one of my trees back here. I'm just gonna get a leaf and put it on the palm of my hand and show you. Yeah, trees have melanin in it, dog. That's what you gotta understand. So that's what people don't understand. When you die, you go back into the atmosphere and you get absorbed. That's why we only supposed to eat from the trees. You got what do you got in your body? You breathe out carbon, right? Where does the carbon go? To the tree? Where does the carbon go? Look at this. Let me show you. Let me show you. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You are nature, you just don't know it. Let me show you right here. Look at this. You gotta learn who you are, man. Y'all forgot, man. And a lot of people, they not gonna remember. That's why they doing all this smoking and drinking. They're not gonna remember. Look at this. Look at this tree and look at the inside of my hand. Look at that. Let me turn it the right way. Huh. Look at this leaf right here, dog. I told you. You gotta know who you are, dog. Remember who you are, dog. Y'all don't remember. Y'all don't remember. That's the problem. You guys don't remember. Y'all don't remember. Look at the same lines in this tree and look at my hand. Look at the lines in that tree real good and look on my hand. I mean that leaf. You see that? Yeah, they don't know who they are, dog. Know what I'm saying? And the crazy part about it, they tell y'all that your ancestors are up in the sky, so you don't be. Your ancestors are right in your face. Your ancestors went back to the trees where they came from. Your ancestors are in the trees. These are your ancestors. Your ancestors are the trees. You came from the trees. Your life came from the trees. But they don't tell you that. You're not gonna know that. They want you to think you came from out the sky somewhere. You didn't come in no sky. You came right up out of you got breathed. Your life, your breath of life came right up out of one of them trees. I don't know which tree. That's why when you're born, you rotate. That's why when you're born, you rotate and reincarnate to a different family every time you're born. You reincarnate to a different family every time you're born. You want to know why? You reincarnate to a different family every time you're born. That's exactly why. Because it all depends on which tree you get absorbed by. The trees absorb us and shoot us back out as life. Pay attention. They might say your body made from the earth and all that. Could be true. Could be true. But I know your life comes from the trees. Your ancestors are the trees, not up in the sky. Which, don't get me wrong, everything is connected. So you might come from the sky. Well, I mean, we have solar dust in us, which come from the sun. That's why we absorb the sun. That's why the sun heals us. We get vitamin D from. We're the only race. Y'all don't pay attention. We're the only race that benefit from the sun. We are the only race that gets vitamin D from the sun. Nobody else on the planet gets it. We are the only people and the only race that get vitamin D from the sun. Without the sun, we will not exist. We are star children, man. We're made out of stardust. We're the only people on this planet with melanin in it. Period. Nobody else has it. Nobody else has it. Right on for sharing the live, man. Definitely share the live. Nobody else has it, man. That's what y'all got to understand. People need to learn where they come from, dog. Your ancestors are the trees, dog. Don't you understand that? Pay attention. The trees, okay, watch this. I just want y'all to focus on this. The trees breathe out oxygen, right? All of the CO2 that we breathe out, the trees absorb it. When you're born, the first thing you do when you're born, you inhale. That's the first thing you do. When you're born, you inhale. You inhale. When you die, you take your last breath, you exhale. That last breath that you took when you died gets absorbed by a tree. Because the trees breathe in what we breathe out. The planet has been hacked by other individuals, which I'm not going to say. Y'all know. The planet has been hacked by other individuals. Y'all need to learn, dog. That's y'all problem. Y'all don't know. You don't know who you are and where you come from, dog. Tell me, don't that make sense? Don't that make sense? You breathe in exactly what the trees breathe out. And the trees breathe out exactly what you breathe in. Make that make sense? That's one of the reasons God knows everything. You want to know why? Because every breath that you take, it gets absorbed into a tree. Every breath that you breathe out, you don't breathe the same oxygen in. Every time you breathe in and out, it's a different oxygen. Every time you talk, all of that goes into a tree. A tree absorbs it and it goes back into the planet. I mean, the moon, well, because this y'all call it the planet. We live on the surface of the moon. It goes back into the moon and wherever it go from there. Y'all got to understand, dog. You have to understand where you come from, dog. Y'all don't understand where y'all come from, dog. That's the problem. You don't know who you are no more. Y'all forgot. Y'all forgot, dog. That's why they say it's a great awakening. Everybody ain't going to wake up. Everybody is not going to wake up, dog. They are not going to wake up, dog. Everybody is not going to wake up, man. That's what they didn't tell y'all. The great awakening ain't for everybody. That's the problem. It's not. There are going to be a lot of lost people. That's the part they left out. You know what I'm saying? Or everybody running around saying it's going to be a conscious shift. No, everybody not having a conscious shift. Some people still lost and stuck in their ways. They don't know if they coming or going. They don't even know who they are, dog. They don't even realize who they are. These people been on this planet all these years waiting on Jesus to come back. Make that make sense. Make that make sense, man. People, boy, people just, absolutely. Even your hair sprout out like a tree. Your hair ain't nothing but the leaves and the limbs. It sprout out just like a tree. Your hair do. Your hair sprouts out like a tree. You supposed to get up in the morning and go outside, or at least once in a while, and hug a tree and tell the tree you love them. Them your ancestors, man. The trees are your ancestors, dog. Everybody is not going to wake up, dog. Everybody don't have the knowledge to wake up. Everybody not going to wake up. This ain't like the great awakening ain't for everybody. Everybody not going to wake up. This ain't for everybody, you know what I'm saying? That's why they give you all this to clog your mind. That's why they made cannabis legal now. They want you to smoke away. Yeah, clog up your pineal gland, whatever they call it. Because you do know that there's only one. They be telling you got 6 senses. No, there's only one sense. They're not 6 senses. They just broke it up to confuse you. We only have one sense. There's only one sense, maybe 2. What are the 6 senses, y'all? What are the 5 senses that they be saying we have? Taste, touch, smell, sight, sound. Now, if you put all that together, the only sense that y'all go ahead and donate, support this type of live, man. Hit the super chat, man. Y'all already see that the live is kind of suppressed, man. There's only 100 people. This information is not gonna get out. Y'all definitely gonna have to share it. The only sense that we have is touch. Touch is the only sense that we have. Pay attention now. Sound has to do what? Touch your ears. As far as your sight, the light has to do what? Touch your eyes. Taste has to do what? Touch your tongue. Smell has to do what? Touch your nose to go up there. There's only one sense. There's not 6 senses. There's only one. They just split them up to confuse you because you don't know who you are and where you came from. That's why. Shout out for that super chat. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't. You know what I'm saying? Your ancestors are the trees outside, man. Why you think the trees are so hated? Why you think they're cutting down the trees? Why you think one thing they hate, they burning down all the forests and all the trees? Don't you know this life cycle right here? If you don't make it out this dimension, doing this life cycle, you're stuck here for another 1,000 years. You're stuck for another 1,000 years again. You have to keep getting coordinated down here and keep leaving her. That's why you have to up your westernize your chakra and everything so you can get from up here, dog. You got to cleanse your soul, dog. That's why everything is a part of cleaning your soul. Eating right. Healthy body, healthy soul. You have to cleanse your spirit and forgive yourself. That's why people walking around here feeling bad about themselves, because you have to forgive yourself, dog. You have to save yourself. You are your own savior, dog. Your creators on this earth was your mother and your father. Them were your gods down here. That's how you got created. Regardless of what you got created by even though there's a higher power, and a higher power is in yourself, because the kingdoms of heaven is inside you. Your creators were your parents down here. Your parents are your gods. That's why I say disobedient child will not live all their days. Your parents down here were your gods. They were the ones to teach you the right from wrong on this planet, dog. Y'all need to learn that, dog. The first place you learn right from wrong are from your parents, dog. Hey, shout out for the super chat, man. Y'all definitely hit the like button and share the live, man. Y'all know this live gonna get suppressed. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna get out like that. So definitely share the live and hit the like button, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what people don't understand, dog. Y'all don't even understand how life works. They don't even understand that your gods are your mother and your father. Those are the people who created you. Don't you understand that? Y'all don't even understand that. And then when you get older and have kids, you become a god, a creator. And then your creation becomes a creator. That's why they are shortening the families. Because once your family bloodline is gone, you're gone. That's how that works down here. Once your bloodline is gone, you're gone. You're gone. Shout out for the super chat, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I rose up my vibrational level, dog. That's why nothing can bother me. Like, I'm very unbothered. Like, I come at everything face forward, dog, because I accept reality, dog. I accept reality. I forgave myself. That's why I can't know nothing like make me feel bad or nothing. I forgave myself, dog. You have to forgive yourself. That's what people don't understand, dog. Shout out Brian for the super chat, man. Shout out for the super chat, man. Yeah, if y'all want these type of lives, you know what I'm saying, donate and support them. I'll do them more often, man. You know what I'm saying? I won't have no problem if I know people gonna support the live. I don't have no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem with it. I think we got another super chat too. Right on, Tonyo, man. Say hit the like button. That's what people hate to realize, dog. Your creators are your parents, dog. Them your guys down here. You don't even know. You know what I'm saying? You have to. Everybody forgot who they are, dog. They forgot. We forgot. Tell me how that makes sense. Yeah, I guess y'all think the trees don't play no part of this planet, huh? The trees is nothing, huh? But the breath you breathe in gives you life, and that breath comes from where? A tree. That's why it's called a tree of life. The breath you breathe out, so this is what happened. The trees absorb in death and recycles life. That's what you guys don't understand, dog. The trees does that. The trees absorb in death and recycles life. Life is recycled through the trees, dog. Y'all got to understand that the most intelligent element on this planet is water. It doesn't bend and everything. Water is the most intelligent planet. I mean, the most intelligent what's name on this planet. The only part of your body that has 75% water in it is your brain. That's why when you dream, it look like you're underwater in your dreams. Your brain is 75% water, not your whole body. You guys are being misguided. Your brain got more, all the fluid is up in your brain. Your brain is 75% water. Your brain is, not the rest of your body, which you have water all through your body, but mainly is in your brain. Ain't no way you reading from Google. No, I'm reading from Google and I'm sitting on my phone, man. Look at it. This is like Google. I'm sitting on my phone in my room, dog. How I'm reading from Google? I'm on a cell phone. Make that make sense, man. I don't have to read from Google. Don't teach you this type of stuff, dog. You can't go to Google and get that, dog. Get this from, like I said, I get this from information, dog. All I gotta do is go search. I go to my higher self and request it, and I receive it. I go to my higher self. I unlock certain parts of my brain. I go to my higher self and I receive it, dog. Y'all don't know how to go find yourself, dog. That's your problem. I don't go to. I look. I ain't been to church in I don't know how long. I don't go to that type of stuff. Let me ask you something, man. Because this what y'all got, and this is not no church slander or anything. Let me go ahead and make that disclaimer. But I want to ask you something. Why would you want to go in a building every day, every Sunday, where a lot of people going there to release their negative energy? That building is made to have to that building is a negative, not a positive. You shouldn't have to go into a building to release your sins and forgive and feel like you've been forgiven. You're supposed to look inside yourself and forgive yourself, dog. Shouldn't have to go to a building and look up and confess all. You're supposed to do that within yourself, dog. You're supposed to confess within yourself. First, forgiveness start with self-forgiveness, man. That's why you got to love yourself first. Forgive yourself. Believe and you will achieve, dog. Everything I told y'all on this internet I was gonna do, I did it because I believe and I achieved everything. I don't care if I said I was getting a pair of shoes, I did it. I said on this internet told y'all I'm gonna get a Mercedes, I did it. I said I'm gonna get me a Hummer, I did it. I said I'm gonna get a 300, I did it. I said I'm gonna get another Hummer, I did it. I said I'm gonna build me a YouTube studio, I did it. I said I was gonna give me a brand new house, I did it. I told y'all I was gonna get a new car, I did it. I told you I was gonna open a car lot. I did it. Everything I said, I did it because I believed, dog. And I applied myself to make it happen. That's what you don't understand. Everything, dog. I said, I'm not saying everything I said it. I said I'm gonna stop eating meat and stuff. I did it. I did it. I don't eat nothing. I don't eat no meat, no fish, nothing. I did it. It's your willpower built in you. You gotta reach and tap into the God in you. You gotta reach and tap into the God in you and find your willpower. It's your willpower, dog. That's how you know how much level God you got in you. When you're able to resist certain temptations, dog. I don't have to hang around crowds, dog, because I got a higher vibration. I don't have to go to clubs to be happy because I'm already happy with myself. People like to go out and go make that. They got to go do things in life to make themselves happy because they, in reality, they're really not happy with themselves. I can sit at home by myself on the internet or watch TV and I'm happy. I don't have to be around crowds. I don't have to go in clubs. I'm happy with myself, dog. That's what y'all don't understand, man. I'm saying that's what I'm trying to tell people. That's why you hear a lot of people saying they're not happy. Or, oh man, I'm bored. I want to get out the house and go to the club because they're not happy with themselves. They need, you know what I'm saying? They need the devil's entertainment to make them happy, dog. I don't need that. I'm happy with myself. That's why I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm in a relationship or not, I'm still happy. Do it get boring at times? Yes, it does. But I'm still happy with myself, dog. Everything start with yourself, dog. If you can't find it within yourself, you ain't gonna do it, dog. Why you think when some people will get mad? You say, you know how you get mad at something and you be like, no, I'm finna beat this game. Or I'm finna go work this job and make this money and get me a car. I'm done smoking. I'm done doing everything. You put your all into it. And then as soon as you go get that car and all that, you start back doing what you was doing that took you down the first time. Because you tapped into the God in you. You tapped into the higher power in you so you could achieve it, dog. That's what you did. You got to stay in that mode. That's why I'm able to stay where I'm at, because I'm in tune to my higher power, dog. You think, look, it's people sit on here and laugh about me not eating meat and all that type of stuff. Don't you know I'm laughing at them? I'm laughing at them. You putting all that stuff, them aging, that ain't nothing but, that food ain't nothing but a aging. That's aging processed food. All that do is make you age faster. I'm good. My insides is healthy. I don't have parasites inside of me, maggots and feces and all that. My body cleansing that. I'm good. I'm good. I don't have nothing that got to rotten in me every day to come out. I'm good. That's what people got to understand, dog. You know what I'm saying? You got to tap into your higher self. Achieve and you will believe. I mean, believe and you will achieve. They only allow to tell you certain things, man. Just like everybody don't even know if they coming or going. Y'all do know the compass used to be flipped. Y'all do know that down south used to be up north. Up north used to be down south. The sun don't rise in the east and sets in the west. The sun rises in the west and sets in the east. They flipped the compass a couple of 100 years ago. They flipped the compass. So all the people in Texas thinking they down south people, in reality, they up north people. Let me ask you a question, man. When you turn and look down south, how you calling it down south? And when you turn toward down the south way, you see the North Star. You guys are confused. Have the North Star down south. You have to turn toward the south to see the North Star. There are no such thing. Them are up north people. And they don't even understand it. Everybody has been confused. Pay attention now. Go outside at night and look for the North Star. You're gonna have to turn toward the south to see it. Turn toward the north, you're not gonna see it. Turn around toward the south, you're gonna see the North Star. Pay attention, man. Pay attention, man. Everybody is lost, man. Some people, like I said, everybody not gonna wake up, dog. They not gonna wake up. Everybody is not set to wake up. Some people are made to be lost. But you have to get it right. This is the last recycle. This is your last chance to be recycled. In order to leave her, this is your chance to leave. That's why they doing all this stuff, to make you forget about nature and God. So you got to stay here with them. If you get it right this time, you get to leave. You ain't got to come back here. If you don't get it right, you're going to be reincarnated here for another 1,000 years. You got to keep coming back. The veil is going to be lifted and revealed and open. This is your chance to leave. Connect your higher consciousness with everything. And when you pass away, you don't have to be reborn here. You get to go, you get to graduate. That's why they have school classes on the planet. You have to graduate from this planet. This planet is a school. You have to graduate to go to a higher dimension. And I know I'm going to one, dog. Out the gate. Because I understand, dog. I understand. Mm-hmm. Create your own reality. Everybody share this live, man. Hit the live button, like the live, share the live, man. You know they not going, this live ain't going to get down the algorithm for nothing, no way. It's definitely going to be suppressed. So, yeah, share this live, man, and everybody like the live. That's why, dog, that's why I'm so unbothered, dog. That's why, like, it don't matter. Everybody be like, man, you hit a thousand people will say something negative about me, and it don't affect me, dog. Because I already beat them mentally, dog. You cannot make a person feel a type of way if they already forgave themselves for anything they ever did, dog. Once you forgive yourself, dog, that's when you can live in your truth. That's why people will come on here and be like, you got exposed. You can't expose me because I already live my truth. You're gonna expose me or something. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm ashamed, like I'm not ashamed of nothing. That's why I'm very outspoken. I don't care what I say. I don't care what I do. And I don't care about what the people think. That's why Charleston White was able to make it. You know how many people say so many things about Charleston White? They don't like him. They can't stand him. But he already forgave himself and lived his truth, dog. That's why he was able to conquer everything. Y'all got to understand, dog. People don't understand this planet, dog. They don't understand what they're going through. This is the last life cycle for people, dog. The last life cycle. When you come back, when you leave this time, either you know what I'm saying, either you coming back here for another 1,000 years or you're going to a higher dimension, dog. This is your chance to get up out of here. Foreign man, you're blocked. Bronze, I want all them blocked, man. Everybody come over here trolling like that, block them. I appreciate it. Y'all got the green light. I want them blocked. I don't even want to see their comments. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. So, like I said, man, you see, and people come in the chat, you know, because they want to distract. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people hate what they don't understand. When they don't up, they don't. That's I overstand. That's why I'm not saying I'm a little bit, you know, a little bit smarter and more educated on, and my brain processes a higher level. I overstand. They don't even understand. And then I might be making. I might be saying no. They understand. You're absolutely right. They because they don't understand what I'm saying. They understand. And that's why they hate what come out of my mouth, you know, because it bothered them. And the reason it bothers certain people because they know they living in denial and they can't change. They can't change their ways. They don't forgive themselves. They can't. Once you forgive yourself, dog, nobody can beat you, dog. That's what y'all got to understand on this planet, dog. All you got to do is forgive yourself. Nobody can beat you. Nobody can beat you. No matter what they say or come or say. There's nothing they can do about it. There's not nothing they can do about it, dog. You have to forgive yourself, dog. People, that's the problem. A lot of people still fighting their own demons. Why you think when I go live, I do it like this? Say I do a documentary, and I had people mad at me for months. Say like the Shay Girl now and the Woo now, and sitting here mad at me for months. Why mad at me about something you did in life? Because they haven't forgave themselves. Now, once you forgive yourself, you're not going to cure. You can move on. I'm saying I understand everything I do, and I'm willing to accept the consequence of everything I've done. So I forgave myself, dog. So I raised my power. I raised my chakra power. That's what you have to do. God spoke those words. So do we not take the black and the white to the heart? And that's what y'all don't understand neither, man. That's what y'all don't understand neither, dog. There is no black and white. You're not a black person. You know what black mean? Void, nothing. Black mean you're nothing. There's no such thing as a black person, man, or a white person. Color was put on things to separate it. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand that. You're not a color, dog. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if we're a human. I don't know what to call it. You're a solar being. Not even a human being. You're a solar being. Color was put on things to, you know, if you pay attention, the Republican and the Democrat, the red and the blue. Red don't like blue. The Bloods and the Crips, the red and the blue. The police sirens, red and blue for the police mean good. The other people doing it, that's the bad people. Pay attention, man. Color were put on things to separate population. Religion was brought to separate population. That's what all this stuff was about, man. It was about to keep the people separated because united we stand, divided we fall. Y'all don't even know that we are the natives. We are the Indians. We are the Egyptians. You don't even know that this is Egypt. America is Egypt. That's why it's the Holy Land. Why you think out of all these wars, there's not one war that been fought on American soil? World War I wasn't fought on American soil. World War II. And that's why they're saying that China and Russia is going to invade America, because they have to wait for a certain period of time before they can attack the Holy Land. Once the veil is lifted, the so-called curse and all that, now the other countries have permission to come and attack America. You know what I'm saying? All these years, no world war has ever been fought in America. Pay attention, man. They don't have permission yet. These are sacred people. They're not telling you this. And they're not going to tell you this. Not in church, not in a book, not in school. You have to go and fight into your higher self and find it. It's all there. Everything is inside you. You know everything, dog. Hold on. Mic check, mic check. Yeah, everything is inside you, man. Everything is inside you, dog. Know what I'm saying? America is Egypt. The capital of Egypt is Arizona, the Grand Canyon. That's where King Tut was at. America is Egypt, dog. But they're not going to tell you none of these things. Know what I'm saying? This stuff is not taught in school. This stuff not put in books. They're not allowed to teach y'all this. I might get demonetized for saying it, or they might find a way to restrict the video or take it down. This is unforbidden knowledge. This type of stuff don't supposed to be out here like that. I just showed y'all earlier in the live. Go outside and get a leaf off a tree and put it to the palm of your hand. The same lines that's on that leaf is on the palm of your hand. It's on the palm of your hand. Our ancestors are the trees. Our ancestors are the trees. When your parents pass away, they go back to the trees. And that's why you're recycled through different families. Because it depends on which tree absorbs you and which tree lets you out. The trees absorb death and breathe out life. When you die, you breathe out of O2. You take your last breath. Every word that I say is O2. It goes back into the atmosphere. The tree breathes it all in, this information. And the tree also breathes in the death. When everybody dies, it goes into a tree. The tree goes back into the planet, recycle it, however it goes, and the tree breathes out new life. The only way that oxygen is getting on this earth is through the trees. The water and the tree, because water can't evaporate and turn to oxygen. So I don't know if you go back into the trees and then the water up in the earth or however it's processed, but you definitely life definitely comes in this earth and out this and goes back out this earth through the trees. I'm trying to tell y'all that. Y'all go ahead and make sure y'all shout out to the people that donate. Y'all support this type of live. We'll do one of these once a week, or I try to. That's what people don't understand, dog. You got to find your higher self, dog. You got to find your higher self. Makes sense because we get our oxygen from the trees. Exactly. All the oxygen comes from the trees. When you're first born, you inhale. You breathe in oxygen from the trees. That's the tree of life. When you die, you exhale. The CO2 comes out. And when you die, that last breath get recirculated through a tree and shot back out as life. That's why they say life is recycled. You're reincarnated. Hold on, let me tell y'all something. Hold on.
My bad. Yeah, that's what people don't understand. You get absorbed through the trees. When you die, you go back into the trees, into the universe, the planet, however it go. And you get recirculated back into her. But the problem is that's why God knows everything. Because you get absorbed back into the earth, the trees. Our ancestors is the tree. They got you looking up in the sky. Some of your ancestors up there. No, they not. Your ancestors right here in the trees, where the life come in at. And people don't understand that, dog. And what people don't understand is man conquered woman. And that's why we got conquered. We would never put her to conquer woman. Woman used to run this planet, dog. Man would put her to protect the planet and protect the woman. And we end up enslaving and conquering the woman. Why you think the natural person of the household is the mama? The queen runs the household, not the man. The woman tell the man what to do. The woman the woman bring the life into it. The woman make the man feel good. The woman raise the kids. The woman, don't y'all understand that? The woman is the god, is the goddess. The woman is the goddess. Man stripped the power from woman and took goddess and made God out of man. Woman was goddess, and they took it, they conquered a woman and made God into man. Yeah, I already told my kids, when I pass away, I'm getting cremated. I'm not going to know, because a graveyard is nothing but a prison for the dead people. Allegedly. Let me put that behind that. That's how I feel about that. The graveyard is nothing but a prison for the dead. And I told my kids, I'm getting cremated. Don't put me up in there. No, sir. No. No, sir. I'm not going. Yeah, the woman is the healer, dog. The woman is the natural healer and everything. They don't even understand that, dog. Thank you. If you pay attention, follow nature. Ants work for the queen. The bees work for the queen. There's not such thing as a king bee. There's a queen bee. Nature even, no, nature even knows what's going on. They don't have a king bee. They have a queen bee. We supposed to work for the woman, dog. Man conquered woman. Man conquered woman and took the goddess and conquered her and called and then made God. It's the woman. We all come from the mama, the womb, the woman, the portal, the Garden of Eve. You do know the Garden of Eve is inside your mother womb. That's the Garden of Eve. I do hope you know that. You go to the Garden of Eve. If you make it through your mother womb, you come out here to the regular world. You have to get it right. You have to get it right. That's what people don't even understand. Why I said people don't even understand life on this planet, dog. They taking it for granted. That's why they smoking, drinking. We don't supposed to be eating no animals. Animals are not made to be ate by us. Our bodies are not made to consume animals. We're supposed to be eating vegetables, green beans, cantaloupes, apples, oranges, pears. We don't even supposed to eat corn because corn doesn't break down in our body. Go eat some corn and go use the bathroom. The corn will be in your corn is bad, almost worse than meat. We don't supposed to eat corn. Eat a whole can of corn, 1 or 2 cans of corn, and go use the bathroom. You're going to see the corn in your stuff when you use the bathroom. Take a number 2. We don't supposed to consume corn. Corn doesn't break down in our body. Supposed to eat cabbage, greens, all that salad stuff. All like dog, man. Absolutely. What up, Black Prime, man? That's crazy, man. They put a color on everything, even Jesus. They put a color on so-called Jesus. They put a color on Jesus. No one has ever seen the face of God and live, but they tell you God is a man. They make it seem like God is a man. God doesn't have a sex. That's what people don't understand. There's a goddess, the woman. We will put her to protect the planet and the woman. The black man, well, the native was. The aborigines. We will put her to protect the woman and the planet. We overthrew the woman. We overthrew the goddess because we feel like we were stronger than them. We enslaved the woman. Really, we supposed to be doing the cooking and the cleaning, not the woman. Your woman's supposed to be getting treated with royalty. You do know that your woman don't supposed to work. You know that, don't you? The males was put her as the workers. We are the ants. We will put her as the workers. We supposed to work for the queen. But you don't hear me though. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. You can barely find real fruit now. So all that stuff you going to get at the store, every fruit has a seed in it. Every fruit has a seed in it. And guess what that tell you? If every fruit has a seed in it, what do that tell you? That means that that fruit is a female organism. It's a female organism because you can take that seed out that fruit and grow more, just like a woman. She got the ovaries in her body, the little eggs. Take them eggs out and make kids. Every fruit is a female. Every fruit has a seed in it. Grapes, watermelons, apples, oranges, pears, cantaloupes, plums, all tangerines, everything. Because it's all female. You didn't pay attention? They don't pay attention, man. Y'all don't pay attention, dog. Y'all don't pay attention. Y'all don't hear me though. Everybody share the live, man. Share the live, hit the like button. Y'all don't hear me though, man. People not gonna wake up. This is the last cycle right here. If you don't get it right this time, you're stuck here for another 1,000 years. That's why they doing all this entertainment. If you pay attention, look up in the sky, man. We haven't had a summer all year. We haven't had a summer all year. It been raining 5 days a week and sunny 2 times a week. Never did that in history. Never did that in history. It been clouded every day for the whole summer and the spring, blocking out the sun. I wonder what's up there that they don't want us to see that they blocking the sun out. Come on, man. Knowledge is power, dog. We ain't never had a summer like this. Ain't nobody spoke on that though. No one paid attention and spoke on that. Never had a summer like this. Never. Look at the temperature. The rest of the week when it ain't gonna be cloudy, 70 some degrees. In the summertime, that let you know that the seasons have shifted. They're not telling you this. That's why y'all think it been hot going all the way to December, because the seasons have shifted. This is all of us that's alive right now. All of us that's alive that was born after the year 2020 or 2012 or whenever the so-called pole shift started. This is our last cycle right here. If you don't get it right now with your soul, you're coming back here for another 1,000 years. You're going to keep being reincarnated here. If you get it right now, you get to leave. This is our last chance this is your last chance to up your vibration level and leave this planet, dog. Well, this moon atmosphere, the planet is up in the sky, man. It's up in the sky. See, the people don't vote to do the right things. Why don't y'all go and put a petition in for them to stop spraying chemtrails over our head every day? We didn't sign up for that. They don't have our permission to go outside and spray aerosol, whatever, up in our chemicals over our head every single day. Like, why are y'all doing that? Why don't people protest about something like that? That's never going to get done, though. Why? Because a person on my level is saying it. If it was like a celebrity saying it, then people start paying attention to it. Let a Sexy Red or a Drake or somebody with a lot of celebrities start saying that. Stop spraying chemtrails. Everybody gonna get to complain about it. Yeah, y'all need to stop dumping that stuff off, but they'll never speak on it. Y'all don't understand though, man. People don't even understand, dog. So I hugged a tree for 5-6 minutes yesterday. Yeah, people don't even understand, dog. Your ancestors are the trees, man. Like I said, like I said, when I was younger, I read the Bible. That's why I'm able to decipher the truth from the lies. And I determined that the whole Bible is fake. And in the psychiatrist world, if you believe in something that's not real, you're considered as crazy in the psychiatrist world. Know what I'm saying? How could y'all put a color on somebody? How could you put a gender on God? Know what I'm saying? Why there's all these people in the Bible, but they don't have one grave site? There is no grave site. See, y'all don't even know what slavery was. They told y'all that they put the slaves on ships and brought them to the country. No, that wasn't happening. Guess how slavery started off? Guess where the slaves was first living at? On boats. The boats were prisons. They used to put the slaves on prison boats and bring them out to work in the field, and they go back on a boat. The boats were where they housed the slaves at before they start building jails and prisons. Y'all need to learn, man. Hey, man, knowledge is power, dog. I'm glad I'm smart, man. There you have it. At least once a day or once every other couple of days, you're supposed to walk outside barefooted and in the grass to discharge the electricity in your body. That's why a lot of y'all souls, that's why they call it a shoe soul. It disconnects your soul. They say electricity can't travel through rubber. They say electric can't travel. Why you think a baby automatically naturally take his shoes and socks off? And you be wondering why you keep taking your shoes off? You're gonna get a cold. Because the baby know he's supposed to be grounded at least once a day or every other day. The child know it's supposed to be grounded. You're supposed to go outside and get grounded. Walk in the grass for a couple of minutes, discharge that negative energy from your body. But they're not going to tell you this, though. They're not going to tell you this. They ain't going to tell you that, though. Like I said, it's a lot of things these people not going to tell you, man. Your ancestor is the trees outside. Those your ancestors. So I hope y'all know that, man. Like I said, when you breathe in, that's why God knows everything you say and hear everything. Because all the breath you're taking going into a tree. The tree absorbs it. It goes back into the universe, get recycled, however it go, and the tree shoots out life. The trees breathe in death. The trees are what recycle life on the planet. They breathe in death, they breathe out life. They breathe in death, they breathe out life. Name something else on this planet that breathes life out. The trees. They breathe in the CO2, the death, and they breathe out life. That's why they're called the trees of life. Your family tree. You recycle through families because you get recycled through different trees. Our ancestors are the trees outside. Your ancestors are inside the trees outside. Man. Y'all don't understand, man. Y'all don't understand, dog. Let me tell you something, dog. Don't you know that you are older than they telling you? You know that you are older than they telling you, don't you? You think you what, 20 years old? In reality, you're 30 or 40 years old. You do know that, don't you? Don't know that the original calendar only has 10 months in it. You do know that there's really 13 months in a year. They clipped the 13 month out. There's 13 months in a year. 52 weeks is 13 months. You do know that, don't you? I want you to know. However many weeks supposed to be in a year. I think it's 52. You do know it's 13 months in a year, don't you? The Mayans calendar is only 10 months in a year. There is no such thing as January and February, meaning there is no such thing as a Capricorn or a Aquarius. It starts off as a Pisces to Sagittarius. There's no such thing as an Aquarius or a Capricorn. They added them 2 months on the year. There's really 13 months in the year. 13 represents the Most High, the complete. You do know that, don't you? 13 stripes on the American flag, 13 stars. Friday the 13th. Every time you go to a high rise, they block out what? The 13th floor. Pay attention, man. Yeah, I got to pay attention, dog. You do know the highest number is 9. Number 9 is the highest number. It don't matter what the numbers only go up to number. Now, you only need to know how to count from 1 through 9. You don't need 11, 12, 13, 14, because guess what? All those numbers are used from 1 through 9, 0 through 9. Just say you're 24. You use the 2 and you use the 4. There is no such thing as 24. The only numbers is 1 through 9. Even the iPhone, they wouldn't even call the iPhone an iPhone 13 or something like that. I think they did. It's something. I got to go look a little bit deep. I think it's called the iPhone. Let me see if it's such thing as an iPhone 13. I think they called it something else, though, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I'm going to make sure. Let me just double check on that. I ain't sure, but I'm going to find out. Yeah, they made an iPhone 13. I think it's the iPhone 9. They switched it up to iPhone X or something. It was one of them they blocked out. Yeah, 9 is the number of completion. That's why I'm saying we're in the snake year. We're in the snake year, the number 9, the snake year. Everybody don't say, that's why I say everybody is not going to wake up, man. Everybody is not going to wake up, dog. They're not going to wake up. See, he said I'm a Capricorn. Texas, you're not a Capricorn. There's no such thing as a Capricorn or an Aquarius. There's only 10 months in a year. January and February does not exist. Why do you think the Chinese people celebrate March the 1st or March the 20th or something? Because that's the real New Year's. The real New Year's is the spring equinox. March the 20th something. March, Pisces is the real New Year. They don't tell you that, though. Oh, the iPhone 10 is an X. You see that? Because the number started back over. What number made 10? 1 and 0. The highest number is number 9. There's no such thing as number 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's no such numbers. It's 0 through 9. That's it. But like I said, knowledge is power, man. They're not going to tell you everything. That's why y'all around here thinking tomorrow. There's no such thing as tomorrow. Okay, y'all pay attention. So if I'm able to get in a jet right now, because it's dark over there overseas, right? So if I could fly over there where it's nighttime at and turn around and fly back over here where it's daytime at, and it's still all in the same day, How's there a tomorrow then? Right on for the super chat, man. Everything count, man. Y'all go ahead and support to the live, man. How is there a tomorrow if I could take a fighter jet and fly over there where it's dark at, where it's yesterday at, and then fly back over here where in the daytime where it's today at, all in the same day? Time doesn't exist, man. We're in an enclosed environment. They're not going to tell you that, though. We are in an enclosed environment. She said you did that. Yeah, there's no such thing as time, man. They're just day and night. Okay, let me give you a prime example that you're in an enclosed environment. If you got some beats in your trunk, I want you to open your trunk first, and this reference to the thunder in the sky. The thunder go boom, 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 boom. It echoes. I want you to turn your beats up in your trunk and open it. No echo. Close your trunk. You're gonna hear boom, 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 boom. It amplifies the boom, boom, just like the thunder in the sky, man. The veins in your arm is the electricity. Your electromagnetic beings. We are electrical beings. They're not telling you that. We are electrical beings, but they don't tell you that. The veins in your arm look just like the lightning up in the sky. Look at the veins in your arm and go look at a lightning strike. It looks just like the veins in your sky. Look at the palm of your hand and go look at a leaf on a tree. You are nature, man. Look at the color of your skin and go stand next to a tree. The trees have melanin in it. The trees are melanated. When you peel the melanin off of a tree, what do it look like? A light-skinned person. It gets lighter and lighter. Trees have melanin in it. Our ancestors are in the trees. They're not up in the sky. But you don't hear me, though. You don't hear me, though. Yeah, they don't hear me, though. Y'all support the live, man. All donations are welcome, man. You know what I'm saying? Support this kind of live, man. I don't do these that often, but I will, though, man. If y'all show me y'all going to support them, I'll do them. Because I know that the live going to get suppressed. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get paid for it. So at least make it worth my time, man. Y'all donate, support the live, man. We're all different shades of brown. Yeah, we all different shades of brown, just like the trees is. This planet has been overran by aliens, man. This planet, like I said, if the sun doesn't recognize you, you are the alien to the planet. You are the alien. Yeah, they got y'all waiting on aliens to come back, and we already getting ran over by the aliens run the planet. If you go out in the sun and get skin cancer, you are an alien to the planet. Y'all don't follow nature. The sun outside tells you who the people are. The sun outside tells you who are the aliens to the planet. But y'all don't hear me, though. Y'all don't hear me, though. Y'all don't hear me, though. That's exactly why they are cutting down the trees. You want to know why? Because everybody don't get recycled through the trees. They just have life. They're trapped here forever. We can leave. But there's a catch to it. You have to graduate down here to leave this planet. You have to graduate. I know I graduated already because I understood the assignment. I already cleansed my body. I did all that. I don't eat no meat. I don't drink. I don't do nothing. I cleansed my spirit and I did the most thing I could do. I forgave myself for all my sins, dog. You have to graduate and understand, and then you're supposed to pass the knowledge on to teach other people, dog. But you don't hear me, though. I'm leaving this live up so you can always come back and watch it. You don't hear me, though. I'm trying to tell y'all. Yeah, there's a lot of people here that will never leave. They will never leave. Because the only way, look, your body is attached to your soul, right? So if your body is dirty on the inside, your soul is dirty on the inside. Don't you understand that? So above as below. I mean, as below, so above. So whatever going on in your mind is what's going on in your body, or whatever going on in your body is going on in your mind. Whatever going on in your mind is what's being projected into the world. You got, you know what I'm saying? You got, like, dog, this powerful stuff down here, dog. Y'all just don't understand it, man. That's why I don't celebrate holidays. I don't celebrate none of that. Like I said, the first prisoners were put on boats. They didn't use boats to transport slaves. They used boats to house the slaves. The slaves were housed on boats. And what they did was take the boat out in the middle of the ocean until the daytime come and bring them back on the land. That way, if they can't escape, they can't run. The slaves were prisoners on ships. Take them in the ocean where they can't go do nothing. What, you gonna jump in there with the sharks? Understand, dog? Why you think everybody was when the lynching happened, why you think all black people were put on trees? Because they understand where you came from. They understand who your ancestors is. That's why you were put on a tree. That's why the Timberland boot goes to the majority of what? The black people. And they got a tree on the boot. Your hair, that afro, our hair grows up like a tree, sprouts out like an afro. Go look at a tree. Look like an afro. You don't understand where you come from, but they do. That's why you were put on a tree back in the days. Tree rope. Because they understood. Now they are destroying the trees. But the problem is they can't destroy all the trees because they got to breed just like we do. But if they could, they most definitely would. But the problem is the more trees they cut down, it slows down us being recycled to the planet. That's why we populate so fast. Because we're being shot back out the atmosphere through the trees. That's why they burning out all the rainforests, all the big places. If you notice, all the fires are happening where majority of the trees is at. That's a reason to slow down our reincarnation. Shout out for the super chat. Definitely appreciate it. They not like me. Definitely appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. I wish everybody over here donate. We got 200 people. If I can just get 100 people to just put something up here right now, that'd be lovely. But that's like impossible. You know, they're not going to do it. I challenge y'all to do that too. If I don't care if it's $1.50, if I can get 100 people to donate right now, 100 people out of 200 some people to hit the donation, that'll be very positive. That will send a message, dog. I don't care if it's $1, $2, $3, 100 people. Yeah, man, the black people biggest mistake. I'm gonna let that sit up there for a minute. No, I ain't been getting too many donations over here. So I'm gonna let that sit. Yeah, the black. I mean, the mankind biggest mistake was running over the woman, dog. We conquered the woman, and that's why we got conquered. We disobeyed the queen. Like I said, a beehive has a queen bee, not a king bee. The ants, they work for the queen, not the king. Man will put her to work. Women are supposed to work. Women are not workers. You don't know that? Y'all got these women thinking, I'm going to work. Women are not the workers. The man's supposed to be the house providers and the protectors. We supposed to be out here working. Why you think in the white man household, the white man work and the woman barely do anything? The woman live with the white man. But in the black people household, the woman do everything and the black man live up off the woman. Pay attention, man. Pay attention, dog. This stuff runs deeper than what y'all think, dog. That's why I don't even want a Cybertruck, Tesla. If you look at a Tesla and a Cybertruck, what do it look like? A casket with wheels on it. The Cybertruck is shaped like a king-size casket. Tell me if I'm lying or not. Look at the Cybertruck shape and look at the casket shape. It looks just like a casket. You're in your own casket. Pay attention, man. What up? Right on, Pastor. And that's what people don't understand, dog. We that's our biggest downfall, dog. We supposed to bow down to the woman, dog. The one we messed up and conquered the woman, man. What up, Mafia Mac, man? Man conquered the woman, dog. And then that's why God punished us and let us get conquered. Because we conquered the woman. We would never put her to conquer the woman, dog. But they got the woman so messed up now, she don't even know how to lead the black man back into, you know what I'm saying? And back, the woman don't even know how to lead the man back. If the women get out there and step, the men are going to step behind the women. They don't even know how to lead the black man back on top because they got them twerking, thinking they supposed to work. That's why the government took over and gave them assistance. Oh, you don't need this man. You don't need him. We got you. We got you welfare food stamps. You don't need him. You know if you get Section 8, your boyfriend can't live with you. You do know that, don't you? You know them part of the rules to Section 8. If you on low-income housing in Section 8, you cannot put a man or a husband on the lease. The government won't give it to you because that's all part of a plan to separate the black household. And y'all don't even know that, dog. Man, this stuff run deep, dog. Y'all don't even understand, man. Y'all need to empower the black women. The black women need to be empowered again, dog. Men need to stand aside and empower the women, dog. You have to empower the women. Women control everything, and they don't even know it. That's crazy, man. They got y'all so messed up, y'all lost, dog. There's a lot of lost people out here, and they don't even understand it, dog. But they'll look at a live like this and think I'm crazy. Because I, you know what I'm saying? Because I speak and my knowledge defines the laws of physics. I didn't learn this out of a book. I didn't watch a movie and get this information. I went to my higher self and I started putting two and two together, dog. I raised my confidence level, dog. That's all you have to do. Everything is in your face. You got to be willing to raise your level up. Can't nobody do that for you. A conversation ain't going to do it. A therapist ain't going to do it. You have to do it. It got to be in you. That's the real meaning about this stuff. Got to be in you and not on you. Everybody not able. They don't have the willpower. They weak-willed it. I wield the hand of the Most High, dog, of myself. That's all it is, man. That's all. Like I said, you gotta forgive yourself, dog. They got y'all running around here, got y'all doing stuff, and then run up in the church on Sundays praying to somebody that to come forgive you. The whole time it's up in you yourself. You can forgive yourself, dog. As long as you forgive yourself, dog. That's what you don't understand. Yeah, you gotta conquer your vessel. That's why they putting all these temptations out here. People don't conquer their vessel. Your body control you. That's why you eat meat. That's why you smoking. That's why you drinking. You're not happy with yourself. That's why you got to go to clubs. It take a club to make you happy. I can sit in this house and eat a bowl of cereal, some soup or something, and be happy as all outdoors. I don't need society to be happy. That people don't understand, man. They don't understand that, dog. They don't understand. That's why you will find a girl. That's why when I see girls that got to go out all the time, you ain't my type. You're not happy with yourself. You're not my type. You're not happy with yourself. I'm gonna go. Look, I'm gonna transfer some of this over to Facebook too. I'm gonna screen record certain little sections out here and put it on Facebook. Yeah, you're not happy with yourself. That's exactly why girls got to go out all the time. They got to go out all the time. Oh, I got to get to the club. I can't sit in this house all day. I want to go out and have a drink because she's not happy with herself. You should be able to sit in the house and play a game of cards to be happy. I don't need a club to be happy. That's what people don't understand. I don't have to hang out in a group of people to be happy. Absolutely not. It's what y'all don't understand, dog. And they'll call you lame and boring for that. Whole time, I'm just content with myself. I'm content with myself. That's all. I'm not bored of none of that. I'm not lame. I'm content. I found my higher power. I don't need, you know what I'm saying? I found peace within. I don't have to go outside to make peace with myself, dog. I don't have to go to the club to complete myself to feel like I experienced happiness because I went out of town and all that. That don't make me, that's what I'm saying? I don't have to go to do all that. I don't got to go out of town on a vacation and hit the club. And that don't, like, that's not happiness, dog. You're not happy with yourself. That's why you have to go out, and then the first thing they do when they go out, they film it and put it on social media. Look, y'all, I'm out here at the what's her name. They want everybody to see it. I'm cool, man. I'm happy within myself, dog. I'm free, my spirit free, dog. I sit above all. I am part of the Most High. I operate under the goddess. I don't operate under the God no more. I operate under the goddess, man. I operate under the laws of the woman, dog. I operate under the laws of the female. I operate under the laws that we all are one. We all are one. I operate under different laws. That's what people don't understand, dog. Y'all need to understand that, man. Understand it, overstand it, something. Stand on business. However you feel you got to do it. And that's why people don't like me, because my energy is different. That's why I don't hang in crowds. My energy is different. My aura is different. I don't represent what they represent. I represent a higher authority. I moved up to the next level. I don't need these people no more. These people are lower level energy suckers, vibrationals. You know what I'm saying? Vibrational beings to me. They're lower level beings to me, dog. I raise my spirit and chakra level higher than them. Higher than them, you know? But what I will do is come out here and teach everybody else, even though you can listen to me, but it's still up to you to apply what you're doing. This video ain't gonna make you change your life. It might just give you some confidence to do it. Yeah, he right, man. I'm gonna leave this smoking alone, this drinking alone. I'm gonna go ahead, go to work, stack my money. I'm leaving all that club and stuff alone. Watch how you achieve. Believe and watch how you achieve, dog. Watch how you achieve when you start believing. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. Give it a try. Give it a try. It ain't gonna happen overnight. It ain't gonna be easy. A lot of y'all smoke and drink. The hardest thing it was for me to do was stop smoking cigarettes. Cigarettes give you body ache, muscles ache, everything. I was able to stop doing everything. Cigarettes was the hardest thing I ever had to do. Give up Newport shorts. Newport shorts was the hardest thing in my life to give up. When I got over that, it was over with. And I did it cold turkey. I didn't I didn't just say, well, I'm gonna smoke one cigarette this week. I quit. Every time I wanted to smoke, I went to the gym, worked out, or got something to eat, to snack on, or something like that. I did something to replace it. I quit it. Cold turkey. Stop eating meat. Cold turkey. I didn't like I'm gonna eat meat one day a week. I quit. Because there's no such thing as one day a week. That means you're not stopping. And all that's going to do is lead you to, well, I'm going to do 2 days. I quit. I didn't just stop hanging out with people. I quit. Everything I did, I just quit. I'm good. That's why it takes a special woman to be around me. That's why it takes a special woman to be around me, dog. Can't know any, any woman can be around me, but that's why it takes for me to be with a specific type of person, dog. I got to see the willpower in them. Because if you got low vibrational people around you, at the end of the day, it's going to bring you around. I mean, bring you down. You can't get no money with a bunch of bums. You can't succeed with a bunch of failures. That's why I put myself and distance myself away from everything. I distance myself away from everything. That's what I did. That's exactly what I did. I distanced myself away from everything, dog. And women, I hate to say this, a lot of y'all women, y'all men or y'all downfall. So a lot of y'all women are positive. Y'all man or y'all downfall. A lot of y'all women, I'm telling y'all, a lot of y'all women don't even know that y'all downfall is the man you lay up under every day. Y'all women be having potential. Y'all be smart. Y'all go to school and go to work, go out and get jobs, do everything. And you got a bum at home laying up under you. You actually have a bum at home laying up under you, pulling you down. A guy that don't want to work, fighting on you, beating on you. When you don't want him no more, he trying to get you fired from your job, turn all your stuff up. Y'all downfall be the person y'all lay up under, dog. That's the woman that's the reason man conquer woman. That's one of the main reasons man conquer woman, because the woman downfall was the man that she was laying up under. Absolutely. Absolutely. The longer you go without some, your body ain't gonna want it no more. Absolutely. People don't understand that, dog. And this is why you think people don't like me. I'm not a bad person. I got a very good heart. I help a lot of people in real life. You know, that's why I help a very lot of people in real life. I help people out in real life. People don't like me because I don't vibrate on their frequency. That's why I'm very hated. And everything, and I speak the truth. I'm a truth teller. No one likes a truth teller. If it's something they can sit back and say he lying or something, you know how many people come to my inbox like, you be telling the truth, man. That's why they don't like you. They don't like you because you be telling the truth. You be telling the truth. I tell the truth. The truth gonna set you free, man. Long as you live your truth, nothing can do nothing with you. You good. You on a higher pedestal than all. That's the problem. So I said, believe and you will achieve, dog. So I don't know how this gonna end up playing out, how it's gonna happen, but they're gonna have to, the man are gonna have to empower the woman again. That's the only way we're gonna take the land back, the only way we're gonna achieve. And naturally, women are smarter than men. Why you think a lot of people like to have girls first? Because it's easy to potty train them. Women are smarter than men. The smartest person in the world is a woman, not a man. But they're not going to tell you that. Women are twice as smart as men. Survival instincts and everything. How do you think these girls be out here with 5 kids and they survive? They find a way to survive. Women be out here with 5 kids and find a way to survive. Women are smarter than men. Naturally. Period. You got to understand that, man. Queen said, watch this though. Hey, Queen, what you feel sad about? What you say you feel? What you feel bad about? She said, I feel bad. What you feel bad about? Let me know what you feel bad about. What's going on? I probably can give you a little input. Might not be the might not be the answer to whatever, but like I told everybody, man, everybody, when you get time, go outside, get a leaf off a tree, and put it to the palm of your hand, and you're gonna see the lines match up perfectly. They're gonna match up. Our ancestors are in the trees, not up in the sky. They're in the trees. The same place you're going when you pass away. You're going back into trees with your ancestors. You'll be recycled through a tree and shot back out, and then you will be with a different family. Depends on which tree you get absorbed by. That's all, man. What y'all got to understand, dog. So I said, I understand how this universe works. I understand there's no Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. They only put a days and times on stuff to keep your thought process going. You know what I'm saying? So if you think tomorrow is coming, okay, I'm going to do something by the 15th. There is no days. There's only day and there's only nights. There's no days. There is no time. There's days and there's nights. That's it. You can get in a jet right now when it's dark and fly over to China where it's light at. That means you done flew to tomorrow. And then you can turn around that jet and fly back over here where it's dark at the same time. So basically you time travel. We're in a closed environment. There's only days and nights. Pay attention. And that little thing that you see up in the sky that you think is a moon is actually the planet. And the sun just revolves around the planet, just like they told y'all. The planet is a perfect circle, and the sun revolves around the planet, just like they told y'all. That part was true. The planet is up in the sky, and they call it the moon. We live on the surface of the moon. The moon is the only thing that can have an atmosphere. Planets don't have atmospheres. The moon, the planet in the sky, is a female. This is a female planet up in the sky. Why you think a pregnancy matches up with the moon? A woman's cycle, period cycle, matches up perfectly with the moon. If you look at the moon and a full moon, it looks like a pregnant woman. 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks. See how the moon go out and then it's a full moon? Just like a pregnant woman. Pay attention, man. Pay attention. You got to learn how this works, dog. Hey, you got to learn how this works. You are nature. Everything that the sun doesn't recognize is an alien to the planet. If the sun doesn't recognize you, you are an alien to the planet. You are the alien. Pay attention, man. Yeah, there's no such thing as days. Paco, I see you think it's funny, huh? Well, I'll tell you what. Let me know if it's funny. You're gone. We'll holler at you. Go laugh on your own time. Somebody says, share this live. It got to get out. I appreciate it for everybody share. I appreciate it if y'all share it. I definitely will. United we stand, divided we fall. I'll definitely appreciate it if y'all share it. No, I don't celebrate birthdays or none of that, man. I don't celebrate that. What up, Shackle Ford, man? Yeah, I don't celebrate birthdays. I don't celebrate none of that stuff, man. I don't celebrate none of I don't care about none of that stuff, dog. So yeah, I'm gonna be taking clippings of this video and I'm gonna be putting it on Facebook and Instagram. That's what I'm gonna start doing. Taking like 60-second clippings and start upload 60-second clippings on my other social media. That's what I'm gonna start doing for podcast content and share it. Or maybe 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? 2 minutes. Let people watch it, share it, put it up as a reel or whatever. Stuff like that, man. So y'all tell me what y'all think about this live stream. You know, I try to do the whole 2 hours, but you know, I can only cram so much in one day. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all tell me what y'all think, man. Definitely leave a comment, share the live. I'm gonna raise up.